Most people are stuck in place. Years go by, and life stays the same. They try all kinds of new tools: time management, goal setting, psychology techniques, manipulation methods. They read books, attend seminars, make plans, but nothing changes. Why? The main problem is a restless mind. A mind that constantly clings to the past and builds the future based on that past. It takes old programs, old beliefs, old fears, and projects them into tomorrow. And in this scheme, there's no room for anything new. Absolutely no room. You think you're planning the future? No, you're just copying the past with slight variations. Your mind works like a computer with outdated software. It can only recombine what it already knows. It's not capable of creating something truly new, because the new doesn't come from the mind. It comes from silence, from emptiness, from that space that exists beyond thoughts. Listen to this quote carefully. Those who died yesterday, maybe they were thinking about tomorrow. People who died in the morning, maybe they were making plans for the evening. In one moment, everything can disappear. You never know what's coming next. A person's life is just waiting for the future, waiting for free time, waiting for money. But after all that waiting comes only regret. We're too busy to enjoy anything. We neglect love and being loved. This is a harsh truth. We postpone life until later, until death comes before that later.
To change your life, you need to go beyond your mind. This isn't a metaphor. This is a concrete practice. Stopping the restless mind means you stop identifying with the stream of thoughts flowing through your head. Most people think, I am my thoughts. If they have a depressive thought, they say, I'm depressed. If it's anxious, I'm worried. But that's a lie. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. Imagine the sky. Thoughts are clouds floating across the sky. They come and go, but the sky remains. You are the sky, not the clouds. You are the space of awareness in which thoughts, emotions, and sensations appear and disappear. When you understand this, everything changes. You stop being a slave to your mind and become an observer. And the observer is always free. He doesn't get stuck in dramas because he sees them from the outside. He doesn't build the future from the past because he lives in the present moment, the only place where reality exists. Silence. That's the key. Not external silence. You can find that in a forest or in the mountains. Internal silence. When the voice in your head goes quiet, when the mind stops commenting, evaluating, comparing, planning. In this silence, something new is born. Intuition, insight, creativity, synchronicity. In silence, you begin to feel density around yourself, an energetic field. Some call it an aura, others a space of presence. When you're in this field, you stop being just a physical body. You become more.
Let me explain what the 3D matrix is. It's the ordinary reality where most people live. 3 dimensions of space plus time. The world of matter, cause and effect, where everything is linear. The past creates the present creates the future. Action creates reaction. You work, you get money. You don't work, you don't get money. In the 3D matrix, everything is very logical, predictable, and limited. Here you are a small physical body that was born, will live for several decades, and will die. Here, rigid rules apply. Gravity, entropy, aging. Here, you are separated from others. You are you, I am me, the world is something external. But there's another dimension, 5D. The fifth dimension isn't a place, it's a state of consciousness. It's a level of vibration where the old laws stop working. In 5D, you understand. You're more than your physical body. Your true self doesn't fit into the shell of flesh and bones. You are energy. You are consciousness. You are a divine spark having a human experience. In 5D, you realize the whole world exists inside you, not outside. There's an ancient truth. If you exist, the world exists. If you don't exist, the world disappears. What does this mean? The world you perceive is constructed by your consciousness. Sound exists only because you have ears. Light because you have eyes. Smells, tastes, sensations, all of these are interpretations by your brain. Without the observer, there's no observed. Quantum physics proved this experimentally. An electron behaves like a wave or a particle, depending on whether it's being observed or not. Consciousness affects matter. You're not a passive victim of reality. You're its creator. When you start working with consciousness, you increase your energetic field. This isn't esoteric nonsense. This is practice. Your thoughts, emotions, intentions create a vibration. This vibration forms an energetic field around you that attracts or repels events, people, opportunities. People with low vibration attract problems, conflicts, illnesses. They live in fear, anger, resentment. Their energetic field is weak, chaotic. They're tired all the time because their energy is leaking. People with high vibration attract synchronicities, luck, abundance. They live in love, gratitude, joy. Their energetic field is strong, coherent. Everything around them seems to just fall into place. How do you increase your field? Through the practice of presence, through awareness, through meditation, breathing, movement, through creativity and service, through moving from survival mode to creation mode. When you're in silence, when your mind is calm, your energetic field automatically expands. You start taking up more space, not physically, but energetically. People feel this. They want to be around you. They don't understand why, but they're drawn to you. This is charisma. This is magnetism. Not appearance, not words, not behavior. Energy, frequency, vibration. Building density around yourself is creating a stable, powerful field of presence. When you enter a room, the space changes. When you speak, people listen. Not because you're louder or smarter, because your energy has weight. The physical body is just a tool, a vehicle for your consciousness. You don't end at the boundary of your skin. Your true being extends far beyond flesh. There's ancient wisdom. You are everything. As long as you exist, the world exists. If you don't exist, the world disappears. This isn't solipsism. This is a deep understanding of unity. You and the world aren't two separate things. You and the world are one whole. The boundary between inside and outside is illusory. It was created by the mind for convenience of navigation, but it doesn't actually exist. When you breathe, where do you end and the air begin? When you eat, where's the boundary between food and you? When you watch a sunset, where is the beauty? In the sky or in your perception?
Everything interpenetrates. Everything is interconnected. The ancients called this Indra's net, an infinite net of precious jewels where each jewel reflects all the others. You're one of those jewels, and the entire universe is reflected in you. When you understand that you're more than your body, the fear of death disappears. Because death is just the end of physical form. But you're not form. You're what animates form. Consciousness doesn't die. Energy doesn't disappear. It transforms. Have the knowledge that you're more than your body and your thoughts. Don't just believe it, feel it. Feel the space inside your body. Feel the field around it. Realize the infinity that's looking through your eyes. You can become anyone. Know this, not as a pretty phrase, but as a fact. Your identity isn't fixed. Everything you consider yourself is a set of habitual patterns of thinking, emotions, behavior. They were created, which means they can be changed.
There's divine energy in you. This isn't a religious concept. This is a truth that all mystics, all awakened beings throughout human history have known. The word divine means belonging to the source of everything. And this source isn't somewhere up there in heaven. It's inside you. It is you. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." Buddha said, "Look within. You are the Buddha." The Upanishads proclaim, "Tattvam asi," you are that. Divinity isn't the privilege of saints, it's the nature of every living being. Most people have just forgotten about it. They've immersed themselves in the illusion of separation, in the hypnosis of the material world. We are all one whole, not metaphorically, but literally. At the quantum level, there are no boundaries between the atoms of your body and the atoms of air, earth, other people. At the level of consciousness, we're all drops of one ocean, waves of one sea. When you hurt another, you hurt yourself. When you give love to another, you give it to yourself. Because there really is no other. There's only one, playing the game of diversity. The world loves you. Understand this. The universe isn't indifferent to you. It's not hostile. It is you in expanded form. You are the way the universe knows itself. And if the world loves you, love it back. Not because you should, but because it's natural. When you understand unity, love stops being an effort. It becomes your natural state. Your idol is your creator, the one who created everything around you. And this creator isn't an old man with a beard on a cloud. It's an intelligent force that permeates all existence. Some call it God, others the universe, Tao, Brahman, Source. The name doesn't matter. What matters is the relationship. Work for this force. Listen to it. It speaks through intuition, through synchronicities, through the quiet voice inside.
Wake up with gratitude that you woke up. This isn't a cliche. This is a powerful practice. Every morning is a miracle. Thousands of people didn't wake up today, but you did. You've been given another day, another opportunity. Start your day with gratitude, not by checking your phone. Be grateful for breathing, for your beating heart, for the ability to see, hear, feel. Be grateful for the unknown, for the opportunities this day will bring. And ask Him to give you signs. The universe constantly communicates with us through signs, but we're too busy with our thoughts to notice them. Repeating numbers, random meetings, a randomly overheard phrase, a book that fell off the shelf, a song on the radio. All of this can be a sign. Just ask, show me signs, guide me, and be attentive. Signs will come. They always come when we're open to them. Serve people. This is one of the fastest ways to get out of ego and enter the flow. Ego always asks, "What will I get?" Soul asks, "How can I help?" Service isn't sacrifice, it's joy. When you help another, you help yourself because you are one. When you make the world better for someone, you make it better for everyone, including yourself. Service can be simple. A smile to a stranger, helping an elderly person, a word of support to someone in despair. You don't need to create a charity foundation or save the world. Start small, with what's right in front of you. There's a great quote from the movie The Bucket List. When you stand before God, He will ask you two things. Did you find joy in your life? And was your life a joy to others? Two simple things. Not how much money you made, not what heights you reached, not how many followers you have on social media. Did you find joy? Was your life a joy to others? That's the only thing that matters. Be an observer. Don't identify with your thoughts. This is the key practice. All day long, train yourself to see your thoughts from the outside. Oh, there's fear. Not I'm afraid. But there's fear. There's anger. There's desire. There's doubt. When you call things by their names and observe them, they lose power over you. A thought is just an electrical impulse in the brain. An emotion is a chemical reaction in the body. They come and go. You remain. Open yourself to the new, completely. Most people say, "I'm open to the new," but actually, they have thousands of conditions. I'm open to the new, but only if it's safe, only if it's not too different from what I know, only if it doesn't require me to change too much. This isn't openness. This is control disguised as openness. Real openness means, I don't know, show me. Real openness means readiness to die to the old so the new can be born. A caterpillar doesn't turn into a butterfly by adding wings. It completely dissolves in the cocoon. It dies as a caterpillar to be reborn as a butterfly. Same with us. You can't become a new self while clinging to the old one. You must allow the old identity to die. Old beliefs, old patterns, old stories about yourself. It's scary. The ego resists this with all its might, because for the ego, this is death. But for the soul, this is liberation. Feel this. Don't just understand it intellectually. Feel it with every cell. You're more than your body. You're more than your thoughts. You can become anyone. Not someday, right now. In this moment, you can make a decision to be different, to think differently, to feel differently, to act differently. Transformation isn't a long process. It's an instant shift in consciousness. Everything else is just a reflection of that shift in physical reality. People say, "I need time to change." No, change happens instantly. Time is only needed for old templates to dissolve and new ones to take root. But the moment of transformation itself is a flash, an awakening, an insight. One instant when you see things differently and everything changes. Be kind to yourself. Therefore, be kind to yourself. Actually, in this world, there's only you. If you exist, the world exists. If you don't exist, the world disappears. Take care of yourself not out of selfishness, but from understanding that you're part of the whole. When you take care of yourself, you take care of the world. When you heal yourself, you heal the collective consciousness. You're not a separate drop in the ocean. You're the entire ocean in a drop. Everything is contained in you. All the wisdom, all the power, all the love that has ever existed and will exist. Just remember this. Live from this knowledge,
and watch as your reality transforms. Silence, presence, service, love. These aren't techniques. This is who you really are when you remove everything superficial. Come home. Home to yourself, to your true nature, to the divine that has always been inside you.